So I know what you're thinking. I just had a mac and cheese video, and you're right, I did, but we're gonna do something a little different this time. I go through phases. I've had my pizza phase, my chocolate cake phase, now we're on a mac and cheese phase, because now that I know that I can do it, I am trying to come up with the perfect mac and cheese recipe, and this is gonna be a very good one that I think you're really going to enjoy. I'm also going to face my fears and make a Mornay sauce, so stay tuned for that. Is it gonna come out good? I don't know yet because it hasn't been made yet, so you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. That's gonna be the climax. Anywho, let's not waste any time, let's get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is get our macaroni. Today we are using shell pasta. You can still use elbows if you'd like, but these are fancier. And in a medium saucepan, I'm just going to take some water and some salt, and I'm just going to take it up to a boil, and then we're gonna add our pasta. And I'm going to cook this pasta until it's cooked pretty much all the way through. That's just my preference. If you like it more al dente, go for it. But this is going to end up going into the oven, so if it's not cooked all the way through, then that's totally fine. I had this cooking for about 10 minutes. I just followed what it said on the package, so just go by that. Anyway, I drained out all the water, and I'm going to put that to the side, and I'm going to use the same pan to make our sauce. Here we go. So now I'm going to add some butter, and I'm just going to put this in the pan over medium heat until it's melted all the way through. And the next thing I'm going to add is our star of the show, the garlic. I'm going to take some fresh garlic. I'm using 3 cloves here. I feel that 3 cloves is perfect for this recipe. Any more and it'll be too much, and any less and it won't be enough. I'm cooking this until the garlic starts turning brown, and then I'm going to add our flour. And the flour is going to make this a roux, and you're just going to cook this until it gets kind of a blonde color and all the flour looks like it's been cooked out. And then I'm going to pour in my half and half. You can use all cream, you can use all milk. I like to use a little bit of both, so half and half is what I ended up choosing. I still have this over medium heat, and I'm whisking it until the sauce thickens, and this is looking absolutely beautiful and luscious, and I'm going to add some cheese. And the first cheese is Fontina, and I believe this is my first time using it on the channel, so yay! And I'm also using low moisture part skim mozzarella, which I used last time, because, well, I really enjoy it. And after shredding both cheeses, it's time to add this to the sauce. I turned off my heat, I said a little prayer, I waited 30 seconds, and I'm just going to add a small amount of cheese at first, just in case this ends up not working, and I'm just whisking it in there slowly, and it looks like this is actually working. Oh my goodness. Okay, adding more cheese. This is still melting. It's not getting gritty. It's actually blending into the sauce. Oh my goodness, this, look at that. That is looking really, really good. Look at that. I am so happy with how this came out. Now it's time to add our other ingredients. I'm adding some Pecorino Romano, just a little bit, not too much. Don't want it to be overly salty. Then my salt, then my pepper, a little bit of nutmeg, and then that's it for the spices. I'm trying to keep it simple today. I already have my cheeses in there and I want you to taste them. The only thing I'm adding now is some fresh parsley for some color and a little bit of added flavor. Parsley may be very subtle, but it does add a nice freshness to the sauce, or just any recipe that you put parsley in. It's more than just a garnish, you guys. Okay, now I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just going to put my pasta in there. And my pasta has been sitting for a little while, so it kind of clumped up, and if that ends up happening to you, do not worry. Once you put it into your sauce and you fold it, and be gentle, you don't want to rip up your pasta, your little shells should start separating from each other, and they should blend in with the sauce very, very nicely. It's finally time to add this to a baking dish. I'm taking some olive oil. You could use butter if you like, but I feel that olive oil adds such great flavor, and I'm just brushing it just to make sure that it's nice and greased. I'm going to pour in all of my pasta / sauce, and I'm going to spread out the top, and I'm just going to make a topping for the mac and cheese, just a little bit of something to add some extra flavor. And I'm going to use Italian-style panko breadcrumbs, and I like the panko breadcrumbs because it adds a nice extra crunch, and I like that extra crunch. I'm also adding some dried oregano and dried basil, and I'm going to heat this up on the stove, mainly because I want it to brown up just a little bit before I put it in the oven. It is going to brown up even more, but it's going to make it even more crunchy and bring out even more flavor. I'm going to spread all of my breadcrumb topping on top of my mac and cheese, and this is going to go into a 350 degree Fahrenheit oven for 30 to 35 minutes. And after all that hard work, it is paid off with a beautiful looking mac and cheese. It's time to dig into this. I've been looking forward to this. You can actually smell the garlic and the olive oil as well. And I'm just going to put this on a plate and actually try it. And while I'm kind of just standing there eating the pasta, I will tell you, yes, it is delicious. It is wonderful. and it's probably one of the best mac and cheeses I ever had. But I actually have to share a quick story with you guys. When I was a kid, there used to be a really good Italian restaurant by me called Tilly's. I went there all the time with my parents, and every time I went there, I would always get a plate of tortellini Alfredo, and it was a very simple dish, just tortellini pasta with Alfredo sauce. You couldn't get more simple than that. And it was one of the best dishes I ever had in my entire life. Sometimes the most simple dishes are the best. And it wasn't intentional, but this dish ended up tasting just like that. Obviously, it's not tortellini, it's shell pasta, but that sauce really tasted just like childhood for me, and it just brought back a lot of memories. It brought me back to that restaurant, spending time with my family, because that's what food does. It brings back memories sometimes, and this dish definitely did that. So I don't expect you to share the same childhood as me, but I expect you to enjoy this dish as much as I did. It was a very, very wonderful experience. So guys, try this out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.